Yes, yes, as Dennis Emmanuel Brown would say, do you want more? Do you want more? Yeah, man, Solid Rock is asking if you want more of the vibes. If me I go on good, say forward. Say forward. Yeah, next up now we're gonna go into the Skatalites. Right? This one is a Duke Reed production. And this is actually one of my father's favorite songs, if not his favorite from the Skatalites. So many memories to share with this song. My father would always, I remember as a youth coming up, he would always try to find this song, right? And he found it. But we're going to get into that. But right now we're going to tune into some Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to talk about the history about this, my history with this song after we'll conclude with the review and so forth. Seeing Eastern Standard Time, Skatalites, Solid Style. That was the Ska Dance. The great Don D. Don Drummond. Yes, yes, yes. That was the great Skatalites. Man, legendary group. Legendary. The Skatalites actually was one of those bands that played a lot of the backings for a lot of the reggae songs, classical reggae songs that we all know. They were the ones that played the backing instrumentals towards those. So they're trendsetters, trailblazers, man. Tommy McCook, Lloyd Nibbs, Don Drummond, Roland Alfonso, man, name them. Don Drummond, man, he was playing the brass, and he plays most of the solos and the brass sections in the band. And it was a functional band. It began, I think, in 1963, and the highlight of their time was from, I would say, the 60s. But throughout time they kept going and rolling. But yes, this is my father's favorite band. And as you can see, reggae actually started out in a blues jazz type of vibe and found its way rocksteady, lovers rock, and reggae to reggae dancehall to dancehall. So these are the beginnings of the reggae music, right? Which is why we say it's a solid foundation. Now, as a youth coming up, my father would always search for this song, Eastern Standard Time, and he would never stop until he got it. You know, I grew up in the Bronx, you know, born in Jamaica. I was born in Jamaica, but I left Jamaica when I was around 1 year old, 1 year old, and from there, so I grew up in the Bronx, New York, right? So in the Bronx, New York, now, you have man like Moody's Records and Tony Ryan, seen? And Tony Ryan especially was a oldies specialist. That man, there was like a scientist when it came to the oldies, right? So my father would oftentimes call Tony Ryan to find a tune. Sometimes if he don't remember the name of the song, he would hum it. And Tony Ryan, without hesitation, never took him too long and figure it out right away, saying. But anyway, my father, I believe, could not find that record at Tony Ryan's. So we ended up going to Moody's. And that is the record you see I have here. I remember as a youth, I think I was around 14 years old, my father went to Moody's Records and we found the record album. Seeing, I don't know if you can see it there, but it's called the Skatalites Ska Foundation, right? Studio One presents Skatalites, and on it you have the track Eastern Standard Time, which my father was excited about that, man. I remember he was excited about that. And as a little youth, I was there standing next to my father, watching him, trying to find, you know, all these songs. There's so many more. I'll talk about the other ones, artists and so forth, that, you know, he really enjoyed listening to, and it reminded him of his time as a youth coming up. Jackie Opel is another one that he was ecstatic about. Jackie Opel, you know. And Jackie Opel had a few numbers on the Studio One label as well. But yeah, the Skatalites, Eastern Standard Time, man. And it's so funny that, you know, I decided to cover, because I didn't plan this, but it's just so funny that I decided to cover the Skatalites and actually have an actual copy of my father's copy of the album. And today was 5 years ago. No, 6 years ago. I'm sorry. 6 years ago, my father passed away on this day, December 6th, 2016. I lost my father, and it's so funny. So, Daddy me know say this one, you all link it up. See, yeah, man. That's why I say legends never die. You know what I mean? And yeah, I know this has to be. It's just funny that out of all the artists, out of all the groups that I could have covered, you know, that this is in the lineup, but it's so fitting. Because this was a day that Papa got his crown, you know, yeah, transition, and but he lived forever in our heart and the family's heart, and we're going through same way, right? I give thanks for the memories and the times that I spent with my dad, and never will be forgotten. A lot of my love for music, especially the foundation of the music, it stems from my father, watching and listening to what he enjoyed and what he liked. And then so forth, I come in and like it too. Because I could have come in and don't like it, but I love it. You know, I used to enjoy watching him enjoy his nostalgia moments, you know what I mean? His nostalgic moments. So, yeah, man, Skatalites, Eastern Standard Time. I'm trying to see on here where the track is. It's okay. It's on side A, number 7. Number 7. If you can see it, track number 7 on side A. Yeah, and this was put out by the label Heartbeat. I don't know if they're still rocking and grooving, but Heartbeat is the label that they used to put out a lot of oldies CDs and stuff like that. But yeah, man, this is a gem for me. You know what I mean? Papa's favorite, man. Trust me, never want this head hurt. Yeah, you know. Yeah, man. I remember sitting down by the component set with my dad and play this album, you know, extensively, you know. So, and here goes my love for music. See? Anyway, solid rock tuning out. Eastern Standard Time, Skatalites. I think I'm going to go into a Roland and Fanzo, you know. Yeah, next up. So, tune in. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, please. Like, share, comment, and subscribe for the vibe. Dig what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Tuning out.